There's never been more options for those wanting an entry-level sports bike. And that's good news, especially if you live somewhere that has restrictions in place for new riders.
Boy, it sure looks dangerous.
Well, Mrs. Nelson, if you think motorcycle riding is dangerous, at least let your son on an entry-level bike, like the new Yamaha R3.
What are they trying to do, anyway?
Well, they're trying to climb up the hill on their motorcycles.
Well, that seems pretty silly.
So's your face. Yamaha are late to the game with the R3, having to compete with the CBR300R, Ninja 300 and RC390. But does being fashionably late mean Yamaha has more time to get it right?
Hi, Dave. Hi, Miss Nelson. Hi, Joe. Hi, Fred. What are you guys doing up here?
Oh, we talked to your mother and she said you were up here. So Joe and I figured we'd take a little ride and see how these bikes handle the rough roads.
We're not keeping you guys from fishing, are we? Oh, no. We're just talking a little.
Hey, this is a new bike, isn't it? Yeah, how do you like it? Gee, it's a beauty. They just got it in.
We certainly think the Yamaha R3 wins on looks. To us, it looks much more expensive than it is. Instead of trying to mimic its older siblings like the R6 and R1, it has its own style and personality. Really, the only way you know it's on a full-blown sports bike is a smaller tank and tyres. And that's part of the idea with the R3. A cheap, approachable and accessible bike to lure new riders to the brand. So how does it ride? Well, it seems like Yamaha has been able to combine the best of both the CBR300R and the Ninja 300. It has the comfort and rideability of the Honda, with the outright performance of the Kawasaki. The engine is best in class. While it has a minor power advantage over the Kawasaki, it's more that the power is readily accessible throughout the power band. There's no need to keep the twin at high revs all the time. It's flexible and forgiving. It's also less harsh and vibration free, unlike the KTM. Brakes are a strong point too. There's excellent feel from the brakes and the stopping power is good. We also noticed front end dive under heavy braking was much better than the Ninja 300. Our test bike was fitted with Dunlop Sportmax tyres and they combined with the chassis provided far more grip than our skills could overcome. Unfortunately, the Yamaha R3 actually comes with bias ply tyres as standard, just like the CBR and Ninja do. We'd recommend replacing them immediately.
In fact, that's what I came over to talk to you about. He's thinking of buying a motorcycle.
Hey, that sounds like fun. I used to have a motorcycle years ago.
And fun it is. Very fun actually. As the saying goes, it's more fun riding a slow bike fast than a fast bike slow. The gearbox is great, proved faultless. It doesn't come with a slipper clutch like the Ninja 300, but in our opinion it's overkill anyway. The bike stays quite composed even with little to no throttle blipping on downshifts. Suspension is fine for this price point and is neither better or worse than the competition.
It's a nice bike, isn't it?
Oh, well, yeah. Of course, I don't know anything about motorcycles.
I was thinking about buying if I can make a good deal with them.
Oh, well, what about your car? Wouldn't that be pretty expensive to have a motorcycle and a car?
Yeah, I guess maybe you're right. If I buy the motorcycle, I ought to sell the car.
Indeed you should, David. Somehow Yamaha has made both a great commuter bike and a great little race bike. It's priced competitively, looks great, and is probably the most refined learner sports bike available.
Next week, the adventures of Ozzie and Harriet will be brought to you by the Quaker Oats Company, makers of fine foods for the whole family. Now a word about one of the many fine Quaker products.
Remember the day you found him? A pretty sad little character, but with a little soap and a lot of love. And a diet of kennel ration, that bedraggled puppy grew strong and healthy on America's favorite dog food. Kennel ration is packed with lean red meat. It contains the wholesome steaks, chops, and roasts of U.S. government-inspected horse meat, plus every nutrient a dog is known to need. The kind of protein-rich food today's dogs require. Yes, there's no other dog in the world like yours. So put your trust in Kennel Ration with lean red meat. More people do.